We take one of these, is that okay?
Sure.
You haven't did it?
Yeah, I have one side.
Can I have my laptop in front of me? I'm not sure if I can do that.
No.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh.
Chris, we're live on YouTube.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Police and Public Safety Committee meeting, Community Board 10. Today is November 12th. We have two items on the agenda. First item will be review of a new SLA wine beer cider license for Taverna Ambrosia LLC, doing business as Insulaci. And that's located at 8402 3rd Avenue. Next item will be a review of a new adult use retail dispensary cannabis and micro business license for LFG Distribution LLC, located at 445 Bay Ridge Avenue. First item is Taverna Ambrosio LLC, also known as Insulaci. This is a wine, beer, and cider. The owner is Nicola Guagliazzi.
Nicolina Chuyazzi, but it's okay.
Guagliazzi?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
Chuyazzi.
thank you.
You're welcome.
And it's located at 8402 3rd Avenue. And there are additional owners, Albi Arapi, Donna Lucci,
Yes,
Egon Nicola.
Yeah.
You John?
John, yeah.
John?
John,
John, okay. All right, the premise is a restaurant, and this is a transfer of license number 024023141827. And reviewing the application. This is only wine, beer, and cider, not liquor. For the outdoor use, you're gonna be having a roadside cafe. Do you have one already?
no, we don't, but this is for the future, like maybe on the summer.
You realize that's another permit that you.
Yes,
have to
yes,
apply for,
yes.
et cetera,
Yes,
right?
but
Not
we
just-
were advised to check it on
Yeah,
the questionnaire.
Very good. And the other thing I saw that they put in city bikes. on this.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of customers are complaining they don't
Yeah,
have
with
parking
those.
spots. Yeah.
There is a certificate of occupancy that give us a menu, your seating. You have a
20
stand-up
seat.
counter.
Yeah.
No seats, I saw.
But we don't use that, to
No.
be honest.
How many tables do you have?
20 sittings actually, but tables are two,
I mean, on the diagram, I counted like 13.
yeah, 13 tables,
Thir-
two for four sittings and the
Yeah.
other are
What about
double
26
seats.
seats?
20 seats actually, there are registered.
28?
20,
20.
yes.
And there's a side door on 84th Street. And you are the new owner of it?
Yes, I'm the new one.
Okay, so this is gonna be a new wine here inside.
Yeah,
Transfer, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Your hours of operation are 12 to midnight,
Mhm.
12 PM to 12 AM,
Yes.
Monday through Sunday.
Mhm.
Music, you're only having background recorded music.
Yes,
Your
And it's
kitchen
all-
is open from 11 AM to 11:30 PM.
yes.
Outdoor space in the future. Do we have any 301 complaints? No. And so that they did extensive renovations about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Was it?
Yes, I
When they
think,
first opened up.
yes, exactly, yes.
Everything was in compliance. Okay. Any questions from any board members? There is a
No.
menu.
I do have
And the
physical
food is
use.
good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions? No? 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 You want to say anything?
Thank you for the hearing.
All right, so the way we look to do it is we look to deny your application unless you agree to the following stipulation and read it off. The premise will operate as a restaurant, it does already. There will be no sale or consumption of alcohol on the premise until the appropriate license issued by the state liquor authorities. Applicants will not serve or allow bring your own booze until their license is obtained. The owners or managers will be on site during all hours of operation. The hours of operation are Monday through Sunday, 12 PM to 12 AM. The kitchen is 11 AM to 11:30 PM. There'll be no smoking permitted. There will be no outdoor music. The doors and windows should remain closed with any amplified music. Background recorded and/or music sound levels remain below the level permitted by the New York City Noise Code. Once the state liquor authority license is obtained, the community board may call upon the applicant to address any concerns that may arise. There will be at least 20% visibility view into the establishment at high level. The applicant agrees that should it change its method of operation, it will give notice and meet with the community board committee at least 45 days in advance of any such change. Any discussion on the motion?
We're first.
We need a second?
All those in favor?
1 second.
Oh, second.
Okay, they're all, okay.
All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes.
So, so it passed the committee, and that recommendation will be provided to the full board
Mhm.
on Monday, November 17th.
Okay, good.
We'll be meeting at the Bay Ridge Center, which is 15 Bay Ridge Avenue, so you're welcome to come in case there are any
Thank you.
questions from the full board,
Thank you
okay?
so much.
All right, you're very welcome.
Okay to leave?
Yes, you're very much okay to
Thanks.
leave. All right,
It's
take
a
care.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, take care.
Thank you.
You can leave it here.
Here?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll leave the names if you want them.
All right, great, thank you. Thank you so much.
Good luck. Yes. Gotcha. Next item. Review of new adult use retail dispensary cannabis micro business license at LFP Distribution LLC, located at 445 Bay Ridge Avenue. And with us tonight, we have attorney Ted Anastasio, representing Joe, just Joe.
Jolene.
Oh, Joe Lynn
Sam.
and Peter.
Sam.
Sam?
Yep.
Okay, close enough. That's good. And some of the questions I have. Right, this is for a micro business. It's located at 69th Street or Bay Ridge Avenue. The owner is Adele Ali.
The owner's Adele Ali. So the owner's Adele Ali. Sam here is the manager of the business.
Okay,
Adele is he's a gentleman. He's a passive owner. He lives in Buffalo, New York. Adele has other kind of based businesses, but this is his first with cannabis business. Sam is working with them.
Okay.
Managing.
and Adele is 100% ownership.
Correct.
Okay,
Where is he from?
He is I believe Yemeni. He is yeah.
but he's in Buffalo.
He's in Buffalo. He doesn't live in New York.
He lives in Buffalo,
Yeah.
so he has no contact here.
Yeah, he has no direct. I mean, he has a lot of like business
Yeah,
relationships,
right.
but he's not. I had no personal contacts yet.
Does he have any other locations?
No.
Okay. On the notification to municipalities, it was incorrectly stated, right? You have 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York,
Mhm.
11230.
Okay.
The zip code is 11220.
That was it's just yeah.
Does it invalidate it?
No.
Okay,
No.
are you sure? I don't know, I'm asking.
It doesn't invalidate it. I mean,
I mean, we received it, let's
Yeah.
put it down.
as long as it's stand by the board, it's fine. We can correct it.
And I asked the Office of Cannabis Management if it would invalidate it.
Mhm.
You never got back to me.
They never did. They're very slow.
They fabricated.
They're a very dysfunctional organization.
And this was, I'd say, probably about 50 years ago, maybe 40 years. So over a month,
Unbelievable, they just,
yeah,
we've asked questions, they don't return.
right. And the license, let's see, it was a 2023-000536 is his license number. But for the micro business, doesn't have an expiration date on it.
No, there's no expiration dates. I mean, so
It's renewed every 2 years.
we're every 2 years basically. Yeah.
All right, because I see it's 2023 and we're in 2025, that's why I'm
Yeah.
asking. We already know that he has under. Mr. Ali, have been convicted of any crime?
No.
No. And why open a cannabis micro business in Bay Ridge?
So the rationale behind having a micro business in Bay Ridge, it's very different than a standard retail dispensary. So just for context here, I represent roughly 1/3 of all the cannabis businesses in New York State. A micro business is, I mean, you're pretty sure this micro, you could all small,
I
right?
understand.
So it's not a full-fledged dispensary that can offer any types of products. It can only offer the products that it produces. So micro business has a small scale cultivation, manufacturing, and distribution components to it.
Okay,
and supply side. That's not based here in Bay Ridge because obviously you can't produce those products here, with limited, space we have and until costs and so forth. It only can sell the products that the micro business produces.
Mhm.
So very tailored products.
and where are these products produced?
I believe they're gonna be produced in a cultivation center in Staten Island. Or if not, upstate New York.
Now, let me ask you this, does it have to be produced in the same borough?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I thought I read somewhere that.
It doesn't have to be produced in the same borough whatsoever. All you need to have is have a micro business, the retail location has to be located within a certain distance from the cultivation center.
Yeah, what's the distance?
Uh,
I'm asking because I don't know.
No, I think the distance has to be within a certain radius. I can check.
Because I had read somewhere that it had to be produced in the same borough under New York City. New York
Not
City.
the New York City rules?
Maybe.
No, New York City doesn't have its own cannabis rules right now. There's no local rules for cannabis. There's certain requirements that the DOB has in terms of what you can. what you
Yeah, that's
have.
correct.
But also by the time the micro
It's the
business,
buildings, yeah.
it's the building, yeah.
I thought I read somewhere that had this produced in the same borough. No, we'll check on that. And he's not gonna be hosting any private events, correct?
No, none. The private events, no noise, no, none of that.
And is he going to be utilizing security guards?
We can, by this stipulation with the community board, we can have security guards. We prefer them not to be armed. Again, it's a retail business. There's gonna be limited in terms of, there's no events, limited kind of customers coming in. Again, it's not gonna have any type of brand that's offered on the market, only the brands that the micro business produces, which are limited. And as a micro business, you can't even sell the brands until you produce them. So until the micro business cultivates, manufactures, and distributes, the store would not be able to sell some product.
He listed the hours of operation Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 7. Saturday, 12 to 8. Sunday, 1 to 6. It comes out to 58 hours.
Yeah, I think anything at less than 70 hours is permissible.
I think it's supposed to be over 70 hours, isn't it?
I think we can't have anything less than, not anything more than 70 hours. So anything more than 70 hours, we need time, place and manner restrictions from, I believe the community board. You can weigh in terms of how you want the hours to be. Yeah.
You sure it's not over 70?
So
For the minimum of
just going
70?
back, the micro business has to be located within 25 miles of the cultivation.
Okay, thank you.
That's what it is.
Are there any rules as far as like the number of people that can be, like say, customers that can be in the site, or is there a limit? Like
It's based on the CO, how many folks are allowed in there, but again, this is no different than a liquor store. Folks come in there, they grab their product and leave. There's no on-site consumption, there's no
Right.
seating.
Chris, you have a question?
Always thought that they had to have more than 70 hours.
I can check on
Chris, while we're looking, we have a question from Elizabeth Edmonds. Do you want to take that now?
Nope.
Elizabeth Edmonds?
Go ahead, Elizabeth. Sorry.
I was looking at, and maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing, but it does say that it needs to be in the same borough. The retail, it says, this is from a document on the city website. Under OCM regulations, the retail portion of a micro business can be located in a different place than the other activities of that same micro business license, as long as they are within the same borough, is what it says. So just for what it's
the
worth.
micro business.
That's what it says. Yeah.
Yeah,
This
I
is
remember reading
the
that. That's
the
why I'm-
cannabis business guide for micro businesses from the New York City Buildings Department. Now, it's not the actual statute, but that's what I was able to find.
We can confirm that right now, because I don't think that's accurate.
Excuse me, I'll look this up too.
So a micro business may have its retail dispensary premises in location separate from the premise where it's cultivating and processing to manufacturing cannabis. provided that the dispensary complies with all of the zoning and operational requirements for a retail dispensary license, which is not by a house of worship, not by a school and so forth, right? For licensees in a city with over 1 million persons, the retail dispensaries is located in the same county as the cultivation and if applicable processing from premises. And then for licensees outside of a city with over 1 million persons, the retail dispensary premises is located within 25 miles of the cultivation and if applicable, processing premise.
So when you say county, that means the borough, right? Because we have over 1 million people.
So for licensees in the city with over 1 million persons, the retail is located in the same county as the cultivation, right?
Mhm.
And then for licensees outside of a city with over 1 million persons, outside of a city with over 1 million persons. So the language there is in section 123.12.8.9. So I can confirm with OCM whether those regulations will be effective here. If that's the case, then the processing has to be done here
In Brooklyn.
right, in Brooklyn. That should not have any impact on the retail dispenser being approved.
Mhm.
Otherwise, having a stipulation that a micro business is cultivated here based on OCM.
The other thing I have is that it's within 440 feet of a school.
Where is it by 440 feet?
448 feet. I gave you the map a little while ago. If you look at the OCM map and do the 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, is it? And bring it down to from 1,000 feet to 500 feet. You'll see that there is a Lutheran school. This is the school. So exactly 444.28. Property line of the Lutheran Elementary School located at 440 Ovington Avenue.
That's the property line, it's not door to door,
That's property line.
property line.
Right.
So right now, the rules have changed.
Because of the court order,
The injunction. Yeah,
The injunction?
Yeah,
but the law hasn't changed.
correct. The law hasn't
The
changed.
law hasn't
The
changed.
law hasn't changed at this point right now.
Okay,
The law hasn't changed.
and the injunction is on good to February.
So that's correct.
All right,
Yeah.
so the Senate come back and the
The
Assembly
Senate's
come
come
out,
back and it
the
was
Assembly can to
correct.
revisit it.
They have to reconcile the law.
Mhm. But as we stand today, the law is,
Again,
and their ruling is,
yeah, but this is not a question for the board. This question is that's for the OCM. The OCM could deny based on the law, based on the.
but part of our opinion, part of OCM says our opinion should be,
Okay.
is the distance from school. The churches,
Okay.
all
But
right,
the OCM can come back and then deny based on
Correct.
its location, which again, they have purview here. They have state grants.
that's up to them.
Correct, it's up to them. So,
Okay.
yeah, here we're just looking for the community's acceptance of the
Mhm.
location as is.
Yeah. Any other questions? No?
So
Okay,
I think I leave the 445 Bay Ridge, right? I think there was past for the 500 feet.
I'm sorry.
Because when I walked on the 445 Bridge, right, going to 4th Avenue. And there was like 3 blocks from the subway all the way down to the school, Ovington. It couldn't be passed for 400.
There's a lot of different interpretations. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of different. There is an interpretation. The law basically said that it shouldn't be within 500 feet of the school.
Yes,
So. Come back, there was an injunction back in June, I believe. Where it came back where OCM reverted back to the door to door. Here, that's the tricky map there.
So our last correspondence with OCM back in September, for this, which I'm happy to showcase and go around the room. Is that when we reopen the micro business application to submit it, right, we submit separately the cultivation, manufacturing, distribution site and separately the retail. Because the application allows for 2 different leases depending on if for the vertical setup and the retail, right? And I was like, we just do the retail first. And then they're like, no, we can't do the retail first. We need to do everything holistically. So They mentioned that, they asked them, like, the short answer is no, the micro business application is reviewed as a whole and is not broken up into parts and approved separately. Retail locations must be reviewed for their distance to schools, houses of worship, church, synagogue, mosque, temple, and their distance to other retail locations, both medical and recreational, based on the city or the town where it's located, in this case, New York, right? So they need to review it, and if they deny it, then this whole purpose is moot, right? Because then obviously state preemption wins, whether you guys support this or not, and that's the case.
So let me ask you this, all right, so. Are you confident that the law is gonna change?
Again,
Yep.
I mean, listen, I talked to, you know,
Because they'll open up a business and then all of a sudden they'll say, you know, it's on the border.
I
And
don't disagree with you.
you'll have to close, you'll have to close.
I've seen it. I have clients now. I've grown men that have called me in tears because
I
they
imagine
they
so.
built out in their entire locations.
I agree with you.
Then the OCM itself told on itself
I know.
saying we incorrectly applied the law. It's like, how did the government incorrectly apply the law?
In June of 2024, I sent OCM
Mhm.
email
Yeah.
in regard to that and saying, how do you?
Oh,
What
maybe
is it?
maybe it was you that kind of pushed it.
Right.
You're like, maybe that was you.
The response was basically, we make our own rules.
But then they finally had to tell themselves, and they actually had correctly applied the education laws. And then there were people that built out based on the
Oh, I know.
government telling them.
And I feel really bad. They spent millions of dollars. on
And
people.
yeah, and obviously we have Article 78 against the state, but that's like.
Yeah, but that's, I didn't know.
It's not a good thing.
The other thing is, oh, so it's my train of thought. They will what I'm thinking, and this is only me thinking it, they will probably be grandfathered in. All right, the ones that have been established. These
Right.
gentlemen are applying for a license today. All right,
Yeah,
what's gonna happen in February if they do not
my
pass?
belief is they're
this?
gonna pass
They're
it.
gonna be.
Because it's not the ones that are currently operating, which are allowed to operate. They can
Well, let me ask you this then, is it prudent for OCM to approve a license knowing that it may be taken away
I
in 3
agree with
months?
you 100% because people are then building out their locations based on OCM approval, and then it can be, and then there's something happen in the Senate and the Assembly, you never know what can
I
happen.
never know. Okay.
You never know. It's out of your hands, right? I mean,
Correct.
yes, all our signs point to pass the bill, but it's not a guarantee. It's not a
Mhm.
guarantee. So like, if you can't guarantee it, people putting their life savings in these places, so I
Yeah.
understand completely. And they're risking it. I was saying, it's telegraphing that, yes, this bill will be passed. They can open up the cannabis law only for these amendments. And then they go from there. Again, I always mention to my clients, if you are gonna build out, right, you get the proximity protection from OCM first, that's one. Community
Correct.
board, that's great if you get it, but it's on OCM, so don't do anything until then. And then understand that in February, if they don't pass the law, and you put money behind this, you could be left holding the bag.
Mhm.
So allow the entrepreneur to say, I'm gonna risk it, I'm gonna go in, and I'm like, I had to advise you, and that's what it is.
As an attorney, you did your job. I'm gonna tell you.
That's it. Yeah, and people say yes or no, but you give them the advice and move from there.
Yeah. Any questions?
Elizabeth?
They're also building a school right behind it.
Yeah. Across the street,
All right,
high school.
it hasn't been opened yet.
No,
All right,
Okay.
it's on Ovington Avenue. It's about 150 feet from this location.
So-
From the property line, from property to property line.
the one consolation I'll say here, if the one this ever gets approved, which is a big if, right?
Mhm.
Is that it's a micro business, it's not Stizzy or Dank or these name brand products where
No, I know
the
that.
younger kids have. It's basically having almost like they have these craft distilleries upstate next to the next to where they distill it, they have the little bar next to it,
Yeah.
whatever it is. It's really meant for that to a certain extent. Now, this is gonna be located here in Bay Ridge. Now, it's gonna be flour and a few other items. It's gonna be probably discounted. So when folks want to come buy organic cannabis that's at almost wholesale prices, this is where they'll go. But it's not going to be anything where it's going to be a brand name dispensary or chain. And again, everything has to be opaque. You can't look into it. We're not doing any kind of advertising to appeal to anyone under 21. I mean, this is going to be a very different type of business.
Okay. No, I saw you had to sign up already, and also you already advertised for employees on social media about a month and a half ago.
For this company?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be this company, which is the first state letter,
We have it on social media that they were advertising for employees.
I'd stay Liddy for
Yeah.
this one,
Yes,
in Bay Ridge,
yes.
in terms of what, for butt tenders and dispensaries.
I don't recall. I know we had it.
Let me see.
I know they were putting the cart before the horse. Yeah.
Yeah, but.
215-730-1313.
Oh no, there's somebody else.
Yeah, that's not us.
There's somebody else.
Help War. They don't follow me on social media.
Chris, could I jump in or I don't, it's not a good time.
Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I mean, I don't know how much you've been following this, but the community really is not like in favor of having more of these. People don't want them. A lot of times people came out in huge numbers to protest one opening up on Third Avenue about a year ago. I'm wondering why you think this should be there and what you're going to do to alleviate the community's concerns about. I mean, there's huge numbers of kids that walk by there all the time. Tons of kids go to the movie theater there. It's near a comic book shop. I mean, how are you going to make sure that this is not a problem for everybody in the community?
Yeah, so I mean, we comply strictly with OCM rules, state cannabis law, the regulations. Again, no one can look into or peer into the cannabis shop, right? So and there's a lot of dispensaries who are not abiding by the rules. They have translucent glass where they can look in and see folks and see products. Here it has to be completely opaque, where you have a wall built out and you can't see what's going on in the store. That's one. Two, in terms of advertisement, there's no direct advertisement to folks under 21 years old. And then three, I think most importantly, that you do have screeners that when you walk in there, you have to be 21 years old. They have to take your ID. If you don't comply with that, you lose your license. And folks have put too much money behind these businesses to lose their license. So no one wants to appeal to children. I think in terms of where we are right now, and I don't ingest cannabis. I haven't had a drink in over 10 years. I believe that, with social media today and other things, people are aware of cannabis that exists. It kind of demystifies it. So it's less of a cool thing, underground thing. And then hopefully kids won't pick up cannabis. And if you look at the numbers with Gen Z, they're drinking less, they're smoking and consuming less cannabis. Again, this is just a distribution outlet for a cultivation, manufacturing, and distributed business. This is just to have access to retail for its products that's being farmed and being manufactured. This is not a chain store like a lot of these folks are. I understand a lot of folks in the community are upset here. I wouldn't agree for cannabis if it wasn't something that I do, but the fact of the matter is the state allowed it, they legalized it, no different than liquor stores and bars. So, if entrepreneurs want to try throw their hat in the ring, that's understandable.
So just to respond to that briefly, I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I don't want you to take this personally. It's nothing on you, but what you're saying is that you're going to comply with the law, which is a relatively low bar. But I do think that just for what it's worth, I mean, the community is saying, why is there one of these on every block? Like, why are we having so many of them?
I think
that's not your problem. That's the law. That's the way it passed, and it's legal. I get it. I mean, that's fine. But
You raise a good point. I mean, they initially what the governor with the law had was granting 500 licenses and then 250 provisional licenses.
Right.
You have 750 in the entire state of New York, which is not that many, right? And then the governor, in her infinite wisdom, said anyone that applied for a cannabis license, even though it was a random lottery, gets a license. So you could apply 10 different times and you get 10 different licenses. And we see that. And then people are just selling the licenses. So again, the governor, for whatever reason, started printing licenses. And now you have over 2,000.
Yeah, correct.
So there's only 4,000 liquor stores in the entire country. People drink them, they more than consume cannabis. You can have 2,000 cannabis stores. Now, a lot of them are going to fail. You're seeing the community within the next 2-3 years. I would say about a third will go out of business. A third will convert to another type of store, and maybe a third will stay profitable.
Yeah,
and I've seen this in California. I've seen this in Vermont, Massachusetts. Everyone
that's
goes
what I'm
in.
afraid of also.
In terms of what?
Afraid that these people are investing all this money and they can fail.
I
I'm going
mean,
to be competed out. They're competing against each other.
I honestly, I feel the same way.
But that's not it for you and I.
As an entrepreneur, it's like you take the risk
Right.
and you go from there. So this is from June 6th of 2024. So I don't know what the license was that was located here.
Hmm.
Because we only applied for this recently, maybe they took over the name. But this was at June 6, 2024. This is well over a year ago. This is over 18 months ago at this point.
And you also put the sign up, and our public notice, for right.
And this is for a
here.
medical cannabis dispensary. This is not medical.
Yeah. Also, a public notice.
We have the public notice that was posted on.
Yeah, I know it was posted on the glass, but the gate is there, so the public walking by doesn't know what's going on. I went by there yesterday.
So we can post it up again if you like
We're
that.
gonna have to have another public hearing.
Yeah.
Any questions? All right. So I'll make a motion. Motion is made to give a negative opinion to LFG Distribution LLC, OCMMIRCR 2023-00536 for the following reasons. The location for 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 112 was incorrectly noted on, that's incorrectly noted on notification to municipalities to OCM 6009-923. The zip code is 11220, not 11230, which may invalidate the notification. I don't know if it does or it doesn't.
Okay.
LFG Distribution LLC is located 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11220. Is 444.28 feet from the property line of Lutheran Elementary School located at 440 Ovington Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11209. This violates the cannabis law, subsection 72(6), which states, no cannabis retail license shall locate a storefront within 500 feet of the school grounds, as such term defined in the education law, or within 200 feet of a house of worship. LFG Distribution LLC, 445 Bay Ridge Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11220 is approximately 260 feet from the property line of Mary White Ovington School Annex, located at 415 Ovington Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11219. That's a public school.
Yeah, correct.
LFG Distribution LLC, 445 Bay Ridge Avenue is approximately 160 feet from the property line of a new high school scheduled for construction at 437-445 Ovington Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, 11209. LFG Distribution has already put signage up with the symbols, with the cannabis symbols, saying "Stay Liddy." Stay Liddy?
Stay live.
Stay Liddy. LFG Distribution has already started advertising for their employees on social media, and you told me it's sold, so I'm gonna take that out. Because it is over a year old.
Well, I don't think the signage has anything to do in terms of that.
Any second on the motion?
May I just interrupt 1 second?
Any second? Elizabeth? Any discussion?
No, I mean, I really understand why, the way it is right now, it just wouldn't work. I mean, to spend, I know you've spent, a lot of money in preparation for it, but I mean, as, it's been pointed out, there are, obvious impediments, that, could run against, who that will come up against you with this. That's how I see it. I mean, I don't think there's any way to duck it. I mean, it doesn't seem.
Any other discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Abstentions, recusals? No. Yes. Recusal.
Recusal. Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'm sorry, you said I wanted to say something.
I mean, you already passed the motion, it's not you.
No,
Okay, so you can issue your negative opinion to OCM.
Well, this is the recommendation of the committee.
now it's gonna go to the full board on November 17th. All right, and it can change.
Yeah, we're not gonna show up for the full board because they're gonna adopt it, which is understandable, but
Mhm.
again, we would like to work with you on remedying some of these concerns, and then if we have to come back and talk to OCM.
Absolutely.
We can do that, and
And
then,
I know you wanted to do put this off for another time, I think it was because of some mix up with the,
Right,
With
we-
the, yeah, the question, which is fine,
Communication?
yeah, because we just transferred the email addresses, but I think this is fair, I think, you know. Your concerns would not have changed if this was a month ago, or like
well,
a month from now.
we already did a 30-day extension.
Yeah,
And
no,
we have till November 18th.
correct, but I think, you know, you're.
And so I'm out
yeah,
of time, is
yeah.
what I'm saying.
But aside from the motion that you suggested, said the distance requirements in the school, just from the church,
Mhm.
right?
And from the school,
And
correct?
from the school, aside from any of that, what was any kind of, I mean, I forgot exactly what you said there. What's the other two or other items you have for the motion?
The motion as far as. Of the notification of municipalities,
Yeah, that was like the
For the
gray.
zip code,
yeah, for the zip code.
okay,
I mean, they never got back to me, so I want to know if it invalidates it.
so you can put that as as a reason for negative opinion, because we put in the wrong zip code?
Well, it may invalidate it.
Okay, so I can give you the notice of municipality right now, and then you can stamp it.
It's
We know we can do that right now.
already done. I'm not gonna,
I know, but like, since I'm at the community board with the notice of municipality, if there's a chance it can get invalidated, I can just submit the notice.
if it does get invalidated, then you can re-come back.
Okay.
Can't they? I don't know about that.
Yeah, but it will preempt the fact that if
Yeah.
there's a notice of municipality that's invalidated, if I give
Yeah.
you the right one with the right zip code, correct? From here.
Yeah,
I'm literally at the community
Yeah.
board. If the rationale is that this notice of municipality could be invalidated
Correct.
because of the wrong zip code, I can just give you a new notice of municipality, hand it to you, right, with the correct zip code, and then that should not be part of the motion.
Could do that.
We could do it. All right. I'll have to ask the other people. Any objections?
I don't know enough about the notice of municipality, but I don't know that the community board would be receiving that. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
We received the notice of municipalities.
Okay,
It had an incorrect zip code. All right, which may make it invalid. We asked OCM if it would be invalid. They never got back to me to let me know if it is invalid or not.
I don't take a position on it.
Yeah, I think it's moot at this point.
I said no,
Why? Because we're already finished.
because you voted on the motion,
We voted on the motion, yes?
you need another vote.
No.
You can't do another vote? So you issue a negative opinion while I'm sitting here with the notice of municipality that I can give you correcting as if, I don't think it invalidates it at all.
Mhm.
But the fact that you're putting it in there, it's gonna have a question in terms of whether or not it validates it.
Well, they can come back to me and tell me it's valid.
I mean, they can also answer an email to you. I can get you a response tomorrow, whether you think it's invalid. They're like,
We emailed them and they never got back to
I
us.
know, but we're reading like a test case now in terms of whether OCM's dysfunction, whether or not you can, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm literally at the community board right now. If there's a question of invalidation, I just give you the notice of the municipality and it doesn't invalidate it. It's correct.
Hmm.
And it's clearly a typo.
With all due respect, for me, it's not about the actual notice being provided, but if there's a typo, it suggests that you didn't know the zip code where the store was gonna be.
Okay.
Well,
Do you-
we put 11.
Do you want to make a motion to remove that from the motion?
Me? No.
Does anybody? Stays. Nobody wants to bring it up.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. I gave an opportunity to get a discussion, so.
Okay. In that sense, could we print it out, give it to you, scratch out the zip code, and then they can come back to you with the negative opinion, but now you have, if they say, hey, it's invalidated. Instead of us mailing you a new one, it's already here, and you have one on,
But then
you have one on file, or
they have one on file. Yeah.
if they say it's invalidated, now you have a new one.
I mean, we've done amended notifications with SLA. I don't know if that's comparable.
And amended notification from SLA.
I know those rules are, you know, I don't know how those rules are related
What's the zip code here again?
to,
This one was 11209.
Yeah, we're-
11220.
right.
I think that's a 11220.
So we have here 1122, we have 11230.
The Google pops up, things like Google pops up on 230. It always was. When I Google it, it always come out with like different.
It's nice to write summonses out years ago, and if I made a mistake, the judge used to give me a hard time. Right, Elizabeth?
The Google show 230.
Yeah, the Google shows 111230.
According to the New York City Department of Finance, it shows 230. But between
The zip code is 11220 in that location.
Okay, we looked it up on Google and we put the zip code. Okay, do we email you and print out and then hand deliver it since we're here?
I don't see one.
Now, see why not? Chris, that concludes the agenda. There's not any other items.
New business? Old business?
We just need a motion to adjourn.
Chris, do you have the existing notes from Sally in your packet? Probably do. February 10th?
Motion to adjourn.
All right, everyone.
Right.
All right, good night, everyone.